All right, good morning here from the National Weather Service in Raleigh. My name is Aaron Swiggett, meteorologist here, and I'll be providing a routine weekly briefing for Central North Carolina, beginning the period today, the Thursday the 24th, and going through the end of the month. So let's take a quick look here at the upcoming weather pattern here in the top left. We have a little front kind of hanging out over the area, and we'll have some showers and some isolated thunderstorms, mainly to the south and west of Raleigh today. And then heading into Friday, we'll have that area of showers and thunderstorms mainly just move across the area. So we'll have some scattered showers and thunderstorms possible anywhere across Central North Carolina on Friday. And then we have this in the top right panel, we have a cold front here that'll be approaching on Saturday. And along and ahead of that, we will have the potential for some additional showers and thunderstorms Friday night and into Saturday. And then as you can see here, bottom left, on Monday, we'll have a nice big blue H of high pressure sitting over top of us. So that'll keep us dry and cool Sunday through Monday. And then as that high slips offshore, as you can see in the bottom right-hand panel here, we'll have a return of some southerly flow, temperatures warming back up to above normal, and then potentially some rain chances as that front comes in to the area Tuesday into Wednesday. Okay, so we have a couple different chances of rain here. So how much are we talking about? So for today, you can kind of see here in the upper left-hand panel, overall confined to areas west and south of Raleigh, maybe Fayetteville to the west, and overall some fairly light amounts, but and underneath some heavy downpours is where you're probably going to see your greatest totals. So anywhere between, I'd say more hit and miss kind of stuff today, but on the overview, somewhere between a tenth to maybe an inch. And if a storm lingers over an area for too long, we may see up to 1.5 inches or so. And then Friday, you can kind of see the greens are painted across most of the area with some darker colors out and towards the west and toward the east. So the east will most likely be along the sea breeze and any kind of interactions there. And then we'll also have an area of some showers and thunderstorms moving into the area late Friday and into early Saturday down across the western portions of North Carolina, and that's what that rainfall is associated there. And those colors right around 1/4 to maybe 1/2 inch or so, with the light green up to 1/10 of an inch. And then you can see Saturday, most of the precipitation will most likely be either over top of us or moving to the east of us by the time sunrise on Saturday. So we may have some lingering chances along the front itself as it progresses through, but for the most part, it seems like the main chances are going to be that early Saturday morning, and then maybe additional stuff during the afternoon. Sunday and Monday, as I mentioned, pretty much high and dry. So the 5-day total, mostly ranging from maybe 3/4 of an inch or so to 1/4 of an inch, with maybe some locally higher amounts closer to 1 inch, 1.5 inches if we have a shower or thunderstorm linger over any particular area for too long. All right, so I mentioned thunderstorm chances. This is just a graphical representation of that. So Thursday today, Friday, and Saturday, we'll have chances for thunderstorms. And you can see that the chances for thunderstorms are over the entire area for Friday and Saturday. Overall, the severe threat is low and limited, just given some of the uncertainty in this classic summer-like time of storms, of hit and miss, pop-ups. They develop quickly and then collapse fairly quickly. So not a really organized severe threat at this time. And for the excessive rainfall outlook, mostly just looking at some slow-moving heavy downpours today, mainly across the southern Piedmont, western Sandhills kind of area. The Weather Prediction Center has circled mainly our southern Piedmont, but basically anywhere west and south of Raleigh, if you have a slow-moving heavy downpour, could result in some isolated flash flooding, but mainly in urban areas, given the conditions of the drought, which is an excellent segue into our current drought. So main differences here, we're still seeing abnormally dry across the majority of central North Carolina, with western North Carolina experiencing the widespread moderate drought, which has expanded with this update. And then, of course, also coastal Carolina, where we have the moderate drought and then the expansion of severe drought in there as well. Haven't seen a whole lot of widespread wetting rain, so the conditions continue to deteriorate over those areas, and with not a whole lot of rainfall on the horizon outside of some isolated or scattered heavy amounts in localized areas, we may see that trend continue. So just seeing this as a different graphical representation here, I decided to show this one. You can kind of see in the Western Piedmont, these yellows shows a 1-class degradation. So just an expansion of this moderate drought, and then same thing across the Eastern North Carolina and these yellow colors here, mostly for an expansion of the severe drought, and then largely remaining the same over Central North Carolina. All right, let's look at about 2 weeks out, so a week to 2 weeks. The Climate Prediction Center is highlighting continued above normal for temperatures, 30 to 55 or 50% over our area, and similarly a potentially wet pattern. So that would certainly be helpful for any kind of drought concerns. So maybe this week we'll see a continued degradation, but maybe next week we'll start to see some better chances for more widespread beneficial rainfall. And looking at the experimental graphical hazardous weather outlook, kind of paint the same picture here. You have your lightning potential, mostly just your isolated lightning potential, isolated to scattered today, Friday, and Saturday, with the excessive rain mostly down across the southern Piedmont for today, and then very quiet through the beginning into the midweek period. But then Wednesday we'll have that threat for some showers and thunderstorms returning as the high shifts offshore. All right, I think that's pretty much everything I have today. Really the only thing we have hazardous is that slow moving heavy downpours resulting in some isolated flash flooding potential, mainly in urban areas today. So we'll be on the lookout for that. But otherwise, that's pretty much all we have for you today. Thank you for joining us, and I hope you all have a fantastic weekend.